and thanks for staying with us. Customs continue to seize goods from smugglers operating along the nation's borderline. Also on customs reports, Western Marine Command seized goods worth 50 million naira from smugglers operating on the high sea. Plus, more report. I am Egeseme Idinye. Stay tuned. The Controller General of Nigerian Customs Compliance Team has impounded Hilux truck worth millions of naira from importers. The impounded vehicles have no correct papers in regard to payment of customs duty. The Deputy Controller General of Customs, who briefed the press on behalf of the CG, says that the seizures of consignment like this will continue.
On Wednesday, 10th of this month, that is October 2017, based on credible intelligence, operatives of Nigeria Customs Service Compliance Team went to open car stands along Kubwa Expressway in the Federal Capital Territory and evacuated 27 Hilux pickup vehicles, as you can see them here, suspected to be smuggled into the country. These vehicles have estimated duty paid value of 432 million. We urge the owners of these vehicles to come forward with valid customs clearance documents. Otherwise, they will be liable to seizure and subsequent forfeiture to the federal government. For the avoidance of doubt, what we are doing is in line with the provisions of Section 147 of the Customs and Excise Management Act, Laws of the Federation of Nigeria 2004, Powers to Search Premises, and Section 158 of SEMA, Cap 45, Laws of the Federation of Nigeria, Powers to Patrol Freely. It must also be understood that being in possession of smuggled items is an offense under Section 3 of Customs and Excise Special Penal and Other Provisions Act, Cap 47, Laws of the Federation of Nigeria, 2004.
The custom boss also said that the importer and the agent will be charged to court to explain why they refused to pay custom duty and how the vehicles came into the country.
Let me seize this opportunity, therefore, to inform you that we are making progress on investigation in the illegal arms importation. More arrests have been made, and the CGC will be in Turkey on the entourage of Mr. President for sideline bilateral meeting with the Turkish Customs Authority next week. This is with the aim to permanently deal and put an end to such deadly importation coming from Turkey.
The Customs Area Controller in charge of semi-border has again seized goods worth millions of naira from smugglers operating along the nation's borderline. The Customs Controller said that no amount of threat will make the Nigerian Customs Service to stop seizing consignment from smugglers. He also warned villagers operating within the border to stop smuggling activities.
There's a government policy on the banning of the combo on the land border. So to enforce that, we put more effort to be arresting all of this. When we arrest, we detain for 2 weeks, pending, immediately you arrest, you cannot call it seizure. You detain it, pending the production of the proper document. If the owner can produce the proper document, we release to him. If you don't have within 2 weeks, then we convert it to seizure. When you convert it to seizure, you still have to send to your assistant legal advisor, who will go to the court for condemnation. Then after condemnation, it now becomes a government property. So as of now, some of them are under detention. When they bring their document, we'll release. If they have the genuine document, if they don't have, then they forfeit it.
So what is the law concerning the importation of vehicles from the border?
From the land border?
Yes.
Well, it's a government policy. You see, the policy can change tomorrow. The federal government may decide to say, okay, let the vehicle come through the borderland. The federal government may decide to say, okay, let it remain banned. Let them come through the sea. So it is a government policy.
Okay, so
the other time, about 2 years ago, last year, vehicles are coming through the border. But the federal government decide, maybe it's a major control measure on either security or whatever. So it's the federal government decision. So since they decide, and we have to comply, we have to enforce that law by all means. That's why you see we're making a lot of arrests.
So, which means that all these vehicles here, with the government policy
Yes.
that vehicles should not come to the border, they have to come through the seaport.
Yes.
These vehicles are seized.
Yes, they are seized because they betrayed the law. They come through the border, so we arrest them. So they are now seized.
In the process of arrest, were you able to get some of the
And let me tell you,
drivers, or what happened?
let me tell you, they normally run away. So sometimes it's better to get the vehicle than to get that person. We are looking for the vehicle. So if you decide to run away, we try our best to get him. If we cannot get him, we have to guard the vehicle. So most of the time, we get vehicle more than the defender. Why? If we concentrate on the defender, because they come in 2 or 3, while you are pursuing that one, the another one will drive the vehicle and run away. You may end up not getting that one, then you lose the vehicle again. So sometimes we concentrate on the vehicle first. If you see this vehicle now coming to the road, what do you think? You think it's a big man. You can see with a police number, with amber, and some other badges there to show you that a big man is coming. But it's not a big man. It's a carrier. The smuggler is somewhere else. The carrier is trying to bring it to him to Lagos. Well, however, so this is 2017 model of Prado Jeep. Was arrested just last 2 weeks.
The red alert issued by the Controller General of Nigerian Customs Service on importation of arms through the border is being implemented. The Customs Area Controller in charge of semi-border says with the scanning machine at the border, the Customs will be able to carry out 100% examination. He also says that no contraband will be allowed to pass through the border or through the unapproved route.
Actually, we have a red alert about this arms issue. The port now is tight, so people may think they'll pass here. Though they have never passed here and they will never pass here. But all the same, we put some strategic measures on place. First of all, let me start with our scanner. Whatever pass through the port must pass through the border, must pass through scanner. We have coconut passing through one of our outpost stations at Owode, called Owode. We now divert all of them back here so that they pass through the scanner. We're not after the coconut. We're after what is inside that coconut. It may be coconut, it may be something, but if you pass scanner, we know that we are okay. So first, scanner is in order. We open our scanner by 12 o'clock. Till the next day, we off it. So if you come in the night, we serve you. In short, we open our scanner 24 hours. Anytime you come, we are ready for you to scan those consignment. Pineapple that passed here before has to go through the scanner. Secondly, we have this intelligence sharing among our sister agencies with the community. We have community forum almost every month ends. So we share intelligence report. We now have another platform with the Benin Republic for intelligence sharing. At the same time, a joint border patrol. We exchange ideas with them. So they give us information, we give them information too. So they're helping seriously that issue. The arms issue, we are ready. We intensify our patrol team. We even reinforce them. We double them to patrol the border 24 hours. So I assure you, no arms will pass this border. It has never passed before and it will not pass here again. I promise you that. With the airport we put on the place. You can see through our seizures. This airport yield a lot of results. On looking at arms, we are making a lot of arrests on rice, turkey, used clothes, whatever you call contraband. Not semi here. Maybe they can use another route, not here. Here we are ready for them. Intensive patrol make them to come back to join our platform. Some of them, public enlightenment, some of them, they don't even know some of these items they try to smuggle are dutable items. They don't know that if they come and pay duty, they will pass freely. So they decide to go back. So we call them. We enlighten them. We even have some public enlightenment campaign, posters and whatever, prohibitions and allowable items. Somebody who's bringing textile, the printed one, you don't even know that it's dutable. He thought all the textiles are contraband. So he decided to pass through those. So through this enlightenment, they now come back to the road. They pay their duty and pass their goods freely. That's why you see our revenue is going up. Some of this Tokombo I show you, you see, immediately we stop them and they know that yes, we got them, they run away. So instead of pursuing the driver, it's better you hold the car. Because in the process of pursuing the driver, they always come in three. If you pursue the driver, the second one will take the steering and move. So we always concentrate on the car. That's why you see most of the time we arrest more vehicle, no suspects. A farmer has no money to go and buy all these expensive goods to pass through the illegal routes. They only pay them, these carriers. That's why they pay them heavy amount of money. They do or die affairs. They are ready, we are ready too. Let me tell you, if you have to go to some of these borders, not only this border here, you see, if you have to go to the other border, I work in Niger side, where if you can go to, that is Yashikira, Damiron, Guanara, Bukuru, and whatever. You see these boys, when you see them, you pity them. When you ask them question, why are you doing this? Some of them don't even know what they are carrying. The real owner are in the city. A car of 220 or 50 million, they'll give him 200,000 to bring it to the city. So he don't mind. If he don't mind, he can jam officers to get that money. So they are not the smugglers, they are carriers. The real smugglers are in the city, and we're looking for them, and we'll get to them very soon.
He says a total of 600 cartons of frozen product worth over 1.4 million naira was impounded by his men, including brand new and used vehicles. He warned importers of disease from conniving with transborder miscreants who are desperate in their quest to smuggle into Nigeria contraband items. He added that a total of 600 million naira was collected in the month of September this year alone.
You see, the revenue issue is that, as I said before, 65% of our revenue here in the border are based on used vehicles. And the new government policy on used vehicle, banning Tokombo vehicle through the borderland, our revenue has gone down. But nevertheless, when I first came, I looked at what is the problem? Where are those leakages? So we'll be able to block those leakages. That's why you see our revenue now is going up high and high.
You are watching the program Customs Report. The Customs Area Controller in charge of Western Marine Command said that the command will continue to deal with smugglers operating along the high sea. He said that very soon the 2 custom vessels will be deployed to Western and Eastern Marine to fight smugglers along the nation's high sea.
A reporter on one of our national dailies published a report on Saturday last week about the activities of our command. What he wrote there is fabrication, is lies. That reporter, whoever he is, has never visited this our command. He has never communicated with me, nor with my peer or any other superior officer here. But he went to the press and wrote things that he knew were lies. You are all living witness here that since I reported here, I have called you on 3 occasions to witness our seizures and to cover our seizures. I think whoever reads newspaper or watches television in Nigeria will know that our activities have been showcased here. So how can somebody go and write that smugglers are having a free day on our waters because we don't have the capacity to arrest them? It's a blatant lie, as you can witness here. Only we have made these seizures only last week. I will be making seizures. Today marks my 6 months in this command. So if you divide that by 6 months, I think I have an average of 5 seizures per month. 5 seizures per month, which I believe is unprecedented in the history of this command. No, we normally make seizures along the creeks and the lagoons. The water is shallow. The suspects normally jump into the water. That is why we have not been able to apprehend any suspect. But if we are to go to the high seas, where we intend to very soon, when our seagoing vessel is commissioned, definitely we'll be getting suspect because they cannot jump into the high sea and disappear. So they have to surrender themselves to us, or we'll force them to surrender. So as I'm talking to you, we don't have any suspect for now because they normally, once our officers are approaching, they normally abandon their boats and run into the creeks and run into the water and disappear. And I don't encourage my officers to be following them in the water. So far, the seizures we have made last week to yesterday night, the conservative figures we have is about 15,441,557 naira. 15,441,557 naira. That's combined seizure of PMS, rice, used tires, and the soap.
2 boats that apparently was bought by the customs, which we are aware that the CG is trying to mount guns on top. What is the position now? How far are we going on this?
The position is, like I told you earlier, everything has been set in motion to commission these 2 vessels within the next 2 or 3 weeks. Naval experts were brought here 2 weeks ago. We took them to the vessels. They inspected the position where the guns will be mounted. And part of the contract for the supply of the vessels were the guns, and the guns were brought to Calabar. To Calabar, that is at a Calabar port. The contractor brought the weapons there. So the naval expert went there. He inspected the weapons that are to be mounted. He now gave his observations as a professional that there are certain amendments that we should make to make those guns more effective. So this is exactly what is happening. We had a meeting with CGC about 10 days ago, and he told us that he has asked the Navy to immediately handle the issue and make sure these boats are commissioned. Not only that, they should also, within the shortest possible time, train our officers and men on how to handle the vessels. We may even be going out with them in the interim before our officers get used to handling the vessels. So as I said, this thing has been set in motion, and I assure you within 2 to 3 weeks, this seagoing vessel will be commissioned, and we'll surely invite all of you to witness the commissioning. So this is a foreign soap that was intercepted along Yekeme. About 348 cartons was 25 sacks. Some of the soap is in the warehouse. We just brought the sample here. What you are seeing here is about 1,406 kegs of PMS, Premium Motor Spirit, that was intercepted along Badagry axis. They are all of 30-liter capacity. So if you multiply them, you get around 45,000 liters of PMS, which is more than a tanker of petrol. Like I say, our operations are now intelligence-driven. We are always sourcing for information. Our customs intelligence unit here, our officers and our other stakeholders always brief us with information about the activities of these smugglers on the waters. So this is just one of the result of that information that we always gather. That was how we got the information. We allowed them to load and do everything. Then at the right time, at the appropriate time and the right time, we apprehended them and brought them here. You know, this is pure economic sabotage. Smuggling petroleum products across the border, which is illegal, is prohibited by law. So we are just doing our statutory duty to stop smuggling, to stop economic sabotage, and to help the government to improve the economy of the country and the welfare of its people. We all know what December brings in terms of smuggling, especially edible things like rice, turkey, and other things. We are fully prepared. We have been briefed fully, and we are already sitting down and strategizing on how to stop the influx of these products during the December festive periods. We are already aware that these things will normally come in large quantity. And I assure you, if they dare bring them, you will see them here, and we'll invite you here to see our seizures here. So we're fully ready for them. Let them come if they want.
He warned smugglers operating with all kinds of boats to desist from the act. He speaks further on the seizure.
The seizure was made along Yekeme Agdis in Badagry area. One seizure was made on the 15th of this month of about 348 30 liters of PMS, that is premium motor spirit. And on the 15th of this month, another seizure of 1,406 30 liters of PMS was also made along Badagry Agdis as well. So this is part of the activities we have been carrying out since I reported here 6 months ago. In fact, ironically, today is 6 months since I reported here. I think this is about the third time you are coming here to cover our activities. This was the third time we are showcasing our seizures to you, and we are going to continue. The rice, about 300 bags, was intercepted along Yekeme Creeks in Badagry area. So it was just brought overnight with the means of conveyance. So this is just to show to you that we are very, very serious about rice smuggling. We will never allow rice smuggling to continue in the waters, because it affects our economy and it affects the health of Nigerians as well. Because this rice you are seeing may have expired. They normally use warehouses in the neighboring countries to rebag them and label 2019, 2018 and bring it here. And a lot of people are eating this rice and they are getting sick every day. So apart from the economic implications, there are also health implications as well. The federal government doesn't like rice to come into the country. They are doing everything possible to encourage our local farmers to produce rice. And rice is being produced in large quantity now. Now that people are embracing agriculture, we cannot sit down and allow smugglers to put our farmers and businessmen out of work. So these were also arrested along Yekeme axis in Badagry. So between last week and late yesterday night, these are seizures we have made. And like I told you, this is just the beginning. We will continue to fight the smugglers.
Just before I round up this week edition of the program, Customs Report, we brought you a report where goods worth millions of naira was intercepted by Nigerian Customs Service in the western axis of the country. For me, Igiseme Itinye, thanks for watching.